Hey there, fellow green thumbs. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just getting your hands dirty for the first time, today, I'm going to uncover your secret gardening weapons. We're talking about the must-have tools that can make all the difference in your garden. Now, you might be thinking, tools? That sounds a bit dull, doesn't it? But trust me, these aren't just any tools. These are the trusty companions that will be by your side through thick and thin, through sunshine and showers. These tools will not only make your work easier, but help you grow stronger, healthier plants. So, let's get started and discover the essential tools that every gardener should have. First up is the trusty hand trowel. Now, this might seem like a humble tool, but it's an absolute essential. If you're looking for a versatile tool, this is it. Perfect for digging, planting, and even weeding. With a sturdy hand trowel, you'll be planting those flowers, veggies, or herbs in no time. Think of the hand trowel as an extension of your own hand. It allows you to work with precision and care, tucking those precious seedlings into the earth as if you were tucking a child into bed. And when it comes to weeding, a good hand trowel will help you get right to the root of the problem, extracting those pesky invaders with minimal disturbance to the surrounding plants. But it's not just about any old trowel, you see. You want one that feels good in your hand, one that becomes an extension of your own arm as you work the soil. Look for a trowel with a solid, comfortable grip, preferably made from wood or a sturdy metal with a good rubber grip. The blade of the trowel is important too. You want something strong and durable, something that can withstand years of digging and planting. Stainless steel is always a good choice, as it's resistant to rust and corrosion. Now, I know some folks prefer a long-handled trowel, while others prefer a shorter one. It really comes down to personal preference and what feels most comfortable for you. Experiment a bit, and don't be afraid to try out different sizes and styles until you find the one that feels just right. Remember, gardening is all about enjoying the process, and having the right tools can make all the difference. So, invest in a good quality hand trowel, and I promise it will become your most trusted companion in the garden. Oh, and one last tip, always clean your trowel after each use. It'll help prevent the spread of disease and keep your tools in tip-top condition for years to come. Now let's move on to our next essential tool. Next, we have pruning shears, another for any gardener. Now these aren't just for show, you know. A good pair of pruning shears is like having a surgeon's scalpel for your plants. They allow you to make precise cuts, shaping your garden with every snip. These beauties will help you trim overgrown branches, deadhead flowers, and keep your plants in tip-top shape. Imagine, with a simple squeeze of the handles, you can remove dead or diseased growth, encouraging new, healthy growth to emerge. It's like giving your plants a much-needed haircut. But it's not just about hacking away willy-nilly. No. Pruning is an art, you see. It's about understanding the needs of each plant and shaping it in a way that encourages its natural beauty and vigor. And with the right pair of pruning shears, you'll be well on your way to becoming a master topiarist. When choosing pruning shears, look for a pair that feels comfortable in your hand and has a good, sharp blade. Bypass pruners, which cut with a scissor-like action, are best for live plants, while anvil pruners, which crush stems between a blade and a flat surface, are better suited for dead wood. And don't forget about safety. Always wear gloves when pruning, and be sure to keep your fingers well clear of the blades. It's also a good idea to invest in a pair of shears with a safety lock to prevent accidents when they are not in use. Remember, a well-maintained pair of pruning shears will last you for years to come. So, treat them with care, give them a good clean after each use, and they'll reward you with years of faithful service in the garden. Now let's move on to another essential tool that often gets overlooked. Now this next one might seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how many gardeners neglect this essential piece of kit. I'm talking, of course, about garden gloves. Now don't underestimate the power of a good pair of garden gloves. They protect your hands from dirt, thorns, and blisters while giving you a better grip. Think of them as a second skin, shielding your hands from the elements and allowing you to truly connect with the earth without reservation. No more worrying about prickly thorns, sharp stones, or hidden creepy crawlies lurking beneath the soil. With a good pair of gloves, you can dig, plant, and weed to your heart's content. But it's not just about protection, you see. A good pair of garden gloves can actually enhance your gardening experience. They can improve your grip, allowing you to handle tools with more precision and control. and they can keep your hands warm on chilly mornings and cool on scorching afternoons. Now, there are all sorts of garden gloves on the market these days, from lightweight cotton gloves for delicate tasks to heavy-duty leather gloves for tackling tough jobs. The key is to choose a pair that's comfortable, durable, and suited to the type of gardening you do. For general gardening tasks, I recommend a pair of gloves made from breathable, water-resistant material. Look for gloves with reinforced fingertips and palms for added durability, and choose a pair that fits snugly but allows your hands to move freely. And don't forget to treat your gloves with care. Give them a good wash after each use and allow them to dry thoroughly before storing them away. A little bit of TLC will go a long way in extending the life of your gardening gloves. Now let's move on to a tool that's essential for healthy soil. Next on the list is the garden fork. Now, some folks might think this is just a bigger, badder version of the hand fork, but it's so much more than that. This tool helps you break up tough soil, remove weeds, and aerate your garden beds for better root growth. Think of it as a giant lungful of air for your soil. You see, healthy soil needs to breathe, and that's where the garden fork comes in. By plunging it into the ground and gently rocking it back and forth, you create air pockets that allow oxygen to reach the roots of your plants. And healthy roots, my friends, are the foundation of a thriving garden. When roots can breathe and access the nutrients they need, plants grow stronger, healthier, and more resilient. But the garden fork's talents don't end there. It's also a dab hand at removing tough weeds, especially those with deep taproots that a hand fork just can't quite grasp. And when it comes to turning over heavy soil or incorporating compost and other amendments, the garden fork is your go-to tool. Now, when choosing a garden fork, look for one with sturdy, pointed tines that can penetrate even the toughest soil. A D-shaped handle will give you a good grip and make it easier to control the fork as you work. And here's a little tip. Don't be afraid to put your back into it. Using your body weight to drive the fork into the ground will make the job much easier, but always remember to lift with your legs, not your back, to avoid any strains or injuries. Now, let's move on to the final essential tool for today. Finally, let's talk about watering. Now, this might seem like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many people get it wrong. You see, watering isn't just about drenching your plants and hoping for the best. It's about understanding their needs and providing them with the right amount of moisture at the right time. And that's where a good quality watering can or a hose with an adjustable nozzle comes in. These tools give you control over the amount and direction of the water, allowing you to water your plants with precision. Now, I'm rather fond of a good watering can myself. There's something so satisfying about the gentle sprinkle of water as you make your rounds in the garden. Plus, a watering can allows you to deliver water directly to the base of the plant, where it's needed most, without disturbing the foliage. But for larger gardens or those with hard-to-reach areas, a hose with an adjustable nozzle is the way to go. Look for a nozzle that offers a variety of spray patterns, from a gentle shower to a more powerful jet, so you can tailor the water flow to the specific needs of your plants. And don't forget about drainage. Overwatering can be just as harmful as underwatering, so make sure your soil has good drainage and allow it to dry out slightly between waterings. Now, with the right watering tools at your disposal, you'll be well on your way to creating a lush and thriving garden. And there you have it. These must-have tools are your secret gardening weapon. With the right tools in hand, you'll be ready to tackle anything your garden throws at you. So what are you waiting for? Go out and get your hands on these essential tools and watch your garden thrive. Remember, gardening is a journey, not a destination. It's about enjoying the process, learning from your mistakes, and taking pleasure in the simple act of nurturing life. So get out there, get your hands dirty, and let the joy of gardening fill your soul. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and share it with your fellow gardening enthusiasts. Until next time, happy gardening.